As spring it guides the great rebirth of the quiet village Perth, the children can't contain their mirth, sheltered from the layman's curse. But as the darkness twists with rage, the chosen one shall turn the page. The light freed from her darkened cage shall start the journey, set the stage for the coming of the Shadow Age.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Once upon a time, near the village of Perth, there lived a boy named Aaron. One spring day, he was playing a game of hide and seek with his best friends, Madeline and Lachlan. While searching the forest for a hiding place, Aaron found himself at the entrance of a dark and foreboding cave, one he never knew existed, until now. Suddenly, a light flared before him. Astonished, Aaron stood face to face with a mysterious, magical orb. Quietly, it spoke to him. There is a blackness befalling this land, a creeping darkness wrought by an evil as old as time itself. He is the Nightcaster, and if left uncontested, he will immerse in shadow all that your kind hold dear. You have been chosen to relight this world. By collecting the 4 essences of magic, you can fight this evil, but there is much that you must learn, and to learn will take years from your life. The orb dimmed. If you are to become one with the power of magic, it is the only way. Aaron hesitated for a moment, and slowly reached for the light.
Father, what have I done?
It is the Nightcaster who has orchestrated this, unleashing his minions upon your family with hopes of shattering your resolve. Do not let it, child. Only through the completion of our quest will we have the ability to exact payment for the debt that your heart is owed. I have taught you all that I can, Aaron. The forces of darkness lie ahead, entrenched in the village of Perth. There is no turning back. The hope of the world shall begin and end with you. In the vale that once grew sweet, with fields of posies rich and deep, unmoved by mercy, death shall reap, as war it drags its booted feet. Yet on the field one rose will stand, till light it flares to tip the hand, and from their purge the traitors band, their fall revives the withered land, to plant hope in naught but sand.
From the end of the dock, Aaron watched helplessly as the ship slipped into the distance. "Maddie, Lachlan, it's me," he called. "It's Aaron." But his words sank beneath the waves. On the ship, Lachlan turned, squinting hard at the figure on the dock. There was something strangely familiar. "Aaron?" he whispered hesitantly. For hours, he pondered the impossibilities.
I sense your desire to reunite with your friends, but this is not to be. As Madeline and Lachlan plan their defense, we must travel onward through Stonehaven. But worry not, dear child. Your paths remain intertwined. You will see them again. I see a forest strong and high, hoisted to the darkened sky. Upon their backs the soldiers lie, like blackened weeds they wilt and die. But near the keep the rest will find a radiance so strong and kind, the evil one his teeth will grind, and the wicked be struck blind. A telling blow for all mankind. We must now descend into the buried city. It is there that we will find two of the essences that we seek. Steady yourself, Aaron. In the buried city, time has lost its foothold, and the ancient dead have risen to take control. Alas, the city long cast down, prostrate on the blackened ground, in the darkness shall be found the stones that whisper, yet make no sound. Yet in the shadows on bended knee, within the cathedral turned debris, one craves light and one will flee, when the twins at last are free, their eyes fixed on eternity. The buried city, once a bustling seaport alive with wonder, now even its name has been lost to the ages. But there are those who remember, long before they came, and the shadows along with them. Quickly, child, we must find the entrance to Anyx's great cathedral. Long ago, the Gorgons were the brightest jewels in the crown of all creation. But through their vanity, nature turned against them. With their precious beauty distorted, they fled to the shadows. Prepare yourself, Aaron. Their gaze is poison, death for all that fall beneath it. Hold fast, Aaron. This is the reason we have come to this place. What you see before you are the essences of light and dark. The Gorgons stood as their vessels. Now that the twins have fallen, the essences are free once more.
The curse of the Gorgons is finally lifted. Do you wish to return to the world above?
As we speak, our enemies are descending to destroy us. Although we have recovered two of the essences, the others remain beyond our reach. Come, Aaron, we must be gone from this world. Returning, we will have the opportunity to continue our search undetected. Aaron, now that you are older, you have a greater command of the magic you possess. Your spells have grown in power, but be warned, casting your most powerful spells, the third level spells, will greatly deplete your mana reserves. The great fortress lies empty, its hearths lie cold. I can feel his taint surrounding us. We must take leave of this place at once. Stand aside, Bale. Our struggle does not concern you.
But it does, old one. I have made it my concern.
You have chosen your ally poorly, child. What has he promised you in return for defying me?
Redemption, Old One. There was a time when the sky was dark with our presence. Now we are few. These humans have hunted us, forced us into hiding, but the evil one shall repay them in kind.
The time of the dragon has reached its twilight veil. It is the way of things.
Such may be your way, Old One, but it shall never be mine.
If the evil has enlisted the dragons to his cause, I fear we may have no choice but to destroy them. Blackened lies the great oak's tall, and empty lies the dark stone hall. The red its stars, and man's the wall. A battle joined, though one must fall. But when the rainbow takes to wing, the children weep and poets sing. The smith he raises back to swing, but comes up empty, feels the sting, though salvation death will bring.
Fallstown was burning. A massive dragon wheeled overhead. In the distance, Aaron could see the town square. Madeline stood at its center, defiant, unprotected. Aaron watched in horror as the dragon descended, its chest filling with blue fire. Suddenly, Lochran was there, shouldering Maddie aside. The dragon breathed, and he was engulfed in icy flame. Aaron sped towards the square, but it was too late. The dragon lifted Madeline into its great claws. With a leap, it took to air, climbing towards the horizon. Aaron rushed to Lochran's side.
I knew it was you, Aaron. Has it been so long? I see it now. Your eyes. It is your eyes. Maddie? The rainbow dragon. It took her. You must find her, Aaron. Save her from the shadows. You are the only one who can.
I will, Lochran. I promise. Lochran. Lochran. No.
Your friend's heart was pure, as was his father's, and his father's before him.
You have come to the end of Fallstown. Do you wish to venture into the mountains of pain?
We must venture deep into the mountains of pain. It is there that we will find the last of the essences, the essence of water, sheltered in the blackness of their frozen heart. Prepare yourself, Aaron. The completion of our quest is finally at hand. Way atop the mountain dire, wheeled in hope, wheeled in fire, the consequences never higher, as magic stokes the funeral pyre. But standing at the lofty peak, to gaze upon the canyons bleak, the arcane words of magic speak, when the blue sets on the meek, and fire flares to claim the weak. And you, Frost, have you betrayed me as well?
It is you who has betrayed us, Old One, but no longer. When this world is torn down and reformed from the ashes, it is we who will fill the heavens once more.
You have been deceived, Frost. The dragons will perish along with the rest if he stands unopposed. Do you not see? It is for your kind that we struggle as well.
Our kind does not need your aid, Old One. We are quite capable of fending for ourselves.
Onward lies the domain of the frost giant Quint. Steel yourself, dear one. We enter into a frozen land, hidden for generations from the warm and breath of spring. I see a stronghold carved of ice, a temple to the want and vice. The fallen ever pay the price, their whispers tortured paradise. But near its heart the terrors shone, reflected on the frozen stone, awaiting judgment all alone. The Titan rages on his throne, and boils down to flesh and bone. Careful, Aaron. This place is shrouded in death, frozen to the core of its black heart. We need to find the throne room, but be careful. We must remain alert at all times.
Do you wish to enter the throne room?
Steady yourself, Aaron. You stand at the throne room of the frost giant Quint. He is a powerful opponent, but 'tis his own brutality that will prove his undoing.
He told me you were dumb, but I refuse to think you so foolish.
It is you who are foolish, Quint, for choosing to side against me.
Reasoning has left you, Old One. Once so powerful, now you are nothing more than a firefly, perched on the stick of this pathetic human. Come, it is time to put out your flame.
The last of the essences has joined. The time has come for us to depart this world, emerging to confront the Nightcaster once and for all. Desperately the fragile fair, the dragon seethes from midst its lair. The terror is too much to bear when light and darkness take to air. But once atop the empty plain, the cheeks they flush, the colours drain. An answer to the call arcane, heights unthinkable attained, when the green comes home again. I always knew your heart was encased in darkness, Shadow, but I never imagined you would embrace it with such vigor.
There is much that you do not know, Old One. He has uncovered the truth that was once lost in the lies.
He has turned you into a monster.
As it should be. One cannot rebel against her true nature.
Quickly, Aaron, there is no time to waste. We must reach the bottom of the mountain before it's too late.
You have reached the foot of the mountains of pain. Do you wish to journey to the island of you?
Steady, dear one. He comes in answer to my summons. We require your swiftness, child. The time has come for us to face the evil once and for all.
Thankfully, it is felt as if an eternity. Our destination, Old One?
Home, Thorn. Take us home. In the shadow looms the isle of anguish trees and creatures vile. Every inch will seem a mile when light and shadow reconcile. But at its center stands the crest, the darkness slowly manifests. The rainbow dragon fills its chest and puts the brightness to the test. Evil trembles in his nest. The island of you. It was here that the world first took form. Once so beautiful, so full of life, the evil has twisted it into a reflection of his own distorted world. Steady yourself, dear one. All things have led to this. You must stand unwavering against the shadows.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. A pity, Old One. You've come so far only to fall within sight of your destination. How splendid.
Stand aside. It is your master that we seek.
You know that I cannot do that, Old One. Your journey ends here.
We are close. I can feel his anger, his hatred. He lies atop this blackened mount, awaiting our arrival. Steel yourself, Aaron. All things have led to this point. The fate of the world lies solely in our hands.
I have been waiting for you, sister.
We have come to put an end to your treachery.
You are too late. The tree of life lies dead. The roots you have wormed into the heart of this world have withered. You haven't the power to stand against me.
I have all the power I need.
What? This puny human? He is no more than a pawn. As always, sister, you underestimate me.
I underestimated you once, when hidden under the tongue of a dark wolf. I let you quench your thirst from this sacred pool, let you poison its pristine waters with your tainted essence. I shall not make the same mistake again.
Nor I. This time, there shall be no escape.
So be it. Face me!
As you wish.
Aaron? Is that you? Aaron?
Humans. Pull their heartstrings and they will dance to whatever tune's played for them. Isn't that right, sister? No matter. The time has come to put an end to this foolishness, once and for all. Ha ha ha! Fool! You waste your time. Foolish human! You shall pay for that. This cannot be! No mortal can defeat me!
It is over. The darkness has been banished to the shadows. We have succeeded, Aaron. Aaron?
Aaron's eyes fell upon Madeline. His heart broke. "I'm sorry, child," the orb dimmed sadly. Aaron turned, racked with grief. "You're sorry." "No. I'm sorry. Sorry I ever met you." Gripping the staff, Aaron plunged it into the earth. Turning, he stumbled towards Madeline. Behind him, the orb and the essences hovered above the staff. Magically, it began to take root. With a brilliant flash, the orb was gone. In its place stood a yew tree, vibrant and strong. A soft voice reached for Aaron. "Every creature owes you its gratitude, its everlasting admiration." Aaron took Madeline in his arms, lost in grief. The voice continued, "When the dawn comes bright and promising, it is your sacrifice that has granted it the ability to do so." Aaron closed his eyes as a soft glow washed over him. Suddenly he felt a stir. Madeline looked up at him, a smile on her 10-year-old face. The voice of the great tree embraced them. "As you gave life to this world, so I return yours to you. A new beginning, a second chance, for all things." Young again, Aaron held Maddie tightly, swearing that he would never let her go. The evil for itself exposed, the ancient boughs they decompose. The blackness bears up to oppose, and offers up a single rose. But when the light flares bright and true, atop the misty Isle of Yew, the evil at long last subdued, the tree of life is born anew. To mend the lives left torn in two, the age of light comes shining through.